It's tricky because the three shoes have good uppers. However, looking at the uptempo, hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video, we are comparing three very exciting shoes. Three of the best shoes for 2022 for sure, and the top three, I am pretty convinced, in the uptempo category. So the category that you can take for a race if you don't have any race dedicated shoes, and the category in which I am picking shoes for, let's say, faster sessions. There's a caveat to that because the Novablast, I am not myself using it as a uptempo shoe, but many people are, so I think it can fit in that category. If you are interested in these shoes, check our links in the description to our partners, Top for Running with code META, META, and Running Warehouse in the US. If you use those links, we get a small kickback and it really helps the channel, so thanks for using them. Let's go into the specs. Weight, 289 grams for a Deviate Nitro 2 from Puma, 251 for the Saucony Endorphin Speed 3, and 264 for the Asics Novablast 3. So the speed is actually the lighter here. Stack height in the heel, 36.5, 36, and 31. It looks bigger, but it has some sidewalls, and also I think Asics has a different way of measure these stack heights, and they don't take into account the insole inside, so this may be slightly above 31. They feel very similar, the three shoes, in that 33, 34 millimeter ballpark, but again, 36, 36, 36 and a half, 36. Drop, 6 millimeters, 8 millimeters, 8 millimeters. Width of the platform, if you want to have detailed numbers, go on the website metaendurance.com on the Shoe Super tool, but these two have the exact same width of the platform, despite the Speed 3 feeling way more narrow. The Novablast is a bit wider, so quite interesting here. Geometry scores. The Deviate Nitro 2 has two of them. The Nitro Elite, which is nitrogen-infused P-backs in the forefoot at 25 on the geometer scale, and the nitrogen-infused TPEE at 30 on the geometer scale in the heel here. Two different layers. Interesting stability feature as well. Here the Power Run PB P-backs midsole on the Speed 3 comes in at 29 on the geometer scale. And last but not least, the Flight Foam Blast Plus on the Novablast 3 comes at 27.8, so very soft midsoles across the board, with the firmest being the heel here, the regular Nitro midsole on the Deviate 2. Price point, 160 euros, $160, 190 euros, $160, and 150 euros, $150 on the Novablast. I'm gonna give you words, pretty simple. It used to be the one word category, but I was always giving more than one word, so it's called now the words category. This is really delicious, balanced, versatile, soft without being plush. Speed 3 is a bit more stable than its predecessors, so more stable, soft, flexible, but not for all. And Novablast is bouncy, energetic, and versatile. Overall, if fast was a word to give to one of these three shoes, I think it would go to Deviate, so quite interesting here as well. Uppers, very different uppers on the three shoes. It's tricky because the three shoes have good uppers. However, looking at the uptempo category, the naming of this category, I would rule out the Novablast because of its plusher heel and a bit, thicker materials. It would be between these two, and I think I would pick features from the two, but the two have really nice uppers. The heel on the Puma is slightly better because without being too plush and too thick, it comes with a bit more comfort than the heel here on the Endorphin Speed 3. Midsole and rides. This is really softness without any compromise on efficiency. This is soft and really flexible in the forefoot, and this is bouncy. Like, staying quite simple because it starts to rain and I need to wrap things up and go home, but this is how I would describe them. How I would use them, longer session, easier sessions, longer runs, where you look for that deep cushion and that leg protection. Here, it's a bit tricky because it's a shoe that you can really race with, 100%. I wouldn't, and that's mostly because of the a bit narrow platform. It's just not a shoe that I would consider for racing myself. This is a shoe that I would do anything with, as long as it is a bit faster paces. The magic of this shoe gets revealed at slightly faster paces. If you just jog with this shoe, it's a good shoe, but it's not as great as if you pick up the pace with it. Outsole, you have to give it to this. Puma grip is just way better than any of the two, and actually the grip on the Novablast is on the worse side of things. It's not super grippy, whereas Puma grip, yeah, just Puma grip. It's crazy good. Drawbacks comes to life only after certain bases, so you need to push a bit the rhythm to feel the magic here on this shoe. Stability is still a concern for me on the Speed 3, so if you have stability issues, maybe not the shoe for you. And here, of course, the grip is the main concern. Let's look at some recommendations. If you're a heavier runner, probably Novablast. Lighter runner, one of these two, maybe the Speed. Cadence, I would go Deviate. If you're a stride runner, Novablast, probably. Wider feet, none of them, and if, maybe the Novablast. But it doesn't have a super wide forefoot, so not sure. Marathon, Deviate or Speed, depending on your preference. Let's call it a slightly softer ride here and maybe a bit more leg saving. Let's call it a more aggressive and maybe a bit more efficient ride here. Forefoot strikers, I would tend to go for the Deviate, but it works super well for heel to midfoot strikers as well. And pronators, probably the Deviate as well, because of that firmer heel that really helps you have a snappier transition and a bit less collapsing here in the heel. Certainly not the Speed if you are a pronator, and the Novablast is okay. The sidewalls here help you really reduce the amount of pronation and help you guide a bit more your stride. So yeah. Let me know in the comments, which one did you try? Did you try all of them? Are you looking to try one of them? And if yes, which and why? Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.